Have you ever noticed? The lion walks alone. The wolf survives alone. And the strongest people in life often spend the most time by themselves, not because nobody likes them, but because they understand something most people never will. Alone is power. In a world addicted to attention, silence has become a superpower. People are terrified of being alone. The moment silence appears, they run toward distractions. Phones, social media, fake conversations, temporary entertainment. Because being alone forces you to face yourself, your fears, your insecurities, your weaknesses. And most people spend their entire lives running from that confrontation. But strong people, they sit in silence and turn it into strength. The world fears silence. Modern society trains you to constantly seek attention. Post more, talk more, show more, prove yourself to everyone. And slowly, people become addicted to validation. They need likes to feel valuable, compliments to feel confident, approval to feel important. But the truth is, if your happiness depends on others, then your mind is not free. Real power begins the moment you stop needing applause, because the strongest person in the room is usually the one who doesn't need anyone's approval. Think about it. Why do most people hate sitting alone? Because silence exposes everything. No distractions, no fake smiles, no escaping your thoughts. Just you and the truth. And truth is uncomfortable. But discomfort creates growth. Solitude builds mental strength. Every powerful transformation happens in isolation. The athlete trains alone. The warrior sharpens his mind alone. The creator works alone for years before the world notices them. Strength is built in silence, not in crowds. Look at nature. A tree doesn't ask for attention while growing. It grows quietly underground first. And by the time people notice it, its roots are already unbreakable. That's how you should build yourself. In silence, without announcing every move, without needing people to clap for you. Because when you spend time alone, you begin understanding yourself deeply. You learn discipline. You learn emotional control. You stop reacting to everything. And slowly, you develop something rare. Inner peace. The kind of peace that cannot be destroyed by opinions. People who can stand alone are dangerous. A person comfortable alone becomes difficult to control. Why? Because they no longer act out of desperation. They don't beg for love. They don't chase fake friendships. They don't stay in toxic environments just to avoid loneliness. And that scares people. Because independent minds are powerful minds. Most people follow crowds because they fear rejection. But leaders? Leaders think differently. History remembers individuals who stood alone before the world understood them. People laughed at them, doubted them, ignored them. But they kept moving forward anyway. Because once you stop seeking permission from the world, you become unstoppable. Understand this carefully. The crowd is loud, but growth happens in solitude. Stoic philosophy of solitude. Stoic philosophy teaches one powerful lesson. You must learn to be enough for yourself. Not in arrogance, not in ego, but in self-mastery. The Stoics believed that depending too much on external things creates suffering. If your peace depends on people, they can take it away. If your confidence depends on praise, criticism will destroy you. But when your strength comes from within, nothing outside can shake you. That is true freedom. Marcus Aurelius once wrote that a man gains strength by retreating into his own mind. And he was right, because the mind becomes powerful in stillness, not chaos. That's why silence feels uncomfortable at first. Your brain is finally hearing thoughts it has ignored for years. But if you stay there long enough, silence becomes clarity, and clarity becomes power. Loneliness versus solitude. Now listen carefully. Being alone does not mean being lonely. There's a massive difference. Loneliness is feeling empty because nobody is around. Solitude is feeling complete, even when nobody is around. Weak people see solitude as punishment. Strong people see it as preparation. Some of your biggest breakthroughs will happen alone. Your greatest ideas, your strongest mindset, your deepest healing, all happen in silence. That's why successful people protect their alone time, because constant noise weakens focus, and focus is power. At some point in life, everyone leaves. Friends change, relationships end, support disappears. And in those moments, you discover who you really are. So stop fearing solitude. Embrace it. Use it to build your mind, your discipline, your purpose. Disappear for a while if you must. Grow in silence. Let people underestimate you. And one day, you'll return stronger, calmer, sharper, and completely unshakable. Because once you master being alone, you unlock a level of power that most people will never understand. Remember this forever. The crowd creates noise, but solitude creates legends. Alone is power.